Hey guys, Emmanuel here, and before I jump into this video, I just want to ask you guys to give me the HBO special, and you can do that by hitting the subscribe button and leaving a like underneath this video. It helps out a lot. I'm going to give you guys 2 seconds to do that. Alright, wow. I hate to see the Golden State Warriors like this. I know for a lot of people, the Warriors have torched them for so many years, and they love to see the Warriors down, but particularly for me, the Golden State Warriors played some of the best basketball that I've ever seen, and I want them to be back on that level. But currently, they are not. They are playing some of their worst basketball. Currently, they are 6-9, and I just finished watching their game against the Phoenix Suns, and it was an atrocious loss. Aside from Stephen Curry, who's literally carrying them on his back, the Warriors aren't much to talk about. And today I got a hot take, but before I get to that take, I want to explain why I have that hot take. Yeah, the Warriors fell off a cliff. I mean, the Warriors are coming off of a championship run. They just won a championship in June, a legitimate championship, mind you. They won against a very healthy Boston Celtics team, a Celtics team that swept the Brooklyn Nets, a Celtics team that didn't have anybody injured, and it was very convincing. We are like 5 months removed from that, and the Warriors today versus the Warriors then are 2 separate teams. And I made a video about that, and I think the reason why is because it all comes down to the Draymond Green, not fight, but Draymond Green knocking the hell out of Jordan Poole. I think that's what's causing a lot of the struggle that we see in the Warriors right now, particularly because of this. That fight fragmented the locker room for the Golden State Warriors, right? Some guys in a locker room decided to side with Draymond Green. Some guys decided to side with Jordan Poole, and a fragmented locker room cannot be cohesive, cannot be one unit on the floor, right? And another thing is this, that might have affected Jordan Poole's confidence. And that's key to why they suck so much. Because if you go back 1 year from now to November of 2021, Klay Thompson was not on the Golden State Warriors. He was still nursing his injury and getting ready to come back. But in his absence, the Warriors found a star in Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole was playing so good. There were stretches of time where Stephen Curry could just go to the bench and he could rest knowing that Jordan Poole was good enough to keep them afloat. That's how good Jordan Poole was, right? He was good. All the way from November 2021 to June of 2022, that championship run. And when Draymond Green punches him in the face in front of all of his teammates, he might have lost confidence and his play might have dipped. And the caliber of play that he was playing at last year is the caliber of play that the Warriors need that from him. Why? Because even though Klay Thompson came back, Klay Thompson's not the Klay Thompson that we were used to. Klay Thompson himself commented on this. He said this, "The best I ever felt was 2019. I know I can never get back there, but even if I get to 90% of that, that's still hell of a player." The Klay Thompson that we have right now isn't even 90% of the Klay Thompson from 2019 or 2018. You still need Jordan Poole to be really, really good, right? And Jordan Poole was just starting to get his foot under him, finding himself in a league to be the next Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. Draymond Green goes and punches him, he loses in confidence, his play dips, he's not the same Jordan Poole from June, like 5 months removed. What's going on? Warriors end up being 6-9. And when you extrapolate the Warriors' future, it's not looking good. Steve Kerr has commented on this. Steve Kerr, their head coach, said this, "We know this isn't going forever. This could be the last year, maybe next year is the last year. We're in the final stages, we know that. It's not looking good for the Warriors. This is the end of a run, right? Draymond Green's probably going to be leaving after next year. Why? Because Warriors don't have enough money to pay Draymond Green. They just paid Jordan Poole and they just paid Andrew Wiggins. He's going to be gone. Klay Thompson's not the guy that he once was. What is the solution for the Golden State Warriors? My take is that Golden State Warriors need to trade for Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant needs to go back to where he was successful. This is a marriage that needs to happen again. Both of these parties need each other. On one side of it, the Warriors are struggling. They need something, right? Because the guys that were there 6 months ago are still there. Like, no one got injured and nothing happened to anybody. That roster is still the same roster from 6 months ago when they won a championship, and they suck. I just saw them lose to the Phoenix Suns. They weren't cutting like they used to. They're not making threes like they used to. I mean, you would have thought that the Phoenix Suns were the Golden State Warriors, because the Golden State Warriors have always been known for three-point making. They have the Splash Brothers. The Suns just shot them out of the gym. I mean, Cameron Payne was having his way with them. They're not the team that we're used to. They need to change something if they have any hopes of making a run at the championship. They need to either make a trade. They need to make a trade or they need to do something. And in the summer, Kevin Durant was on a trading block, and there were reports that the Golden State Warriors did inquire about Kevin Durant. And Draymond Green spoke about this. He said that it would be stupid of us to not even entertain it. I think it's come full circle. I think Warriors need Kevin Durant, and Kevin Durant equally needs the Warriors. I think it's 2016 all over again. When the Warriors lost in 2016 to the Cavaliers, they knew without anything changing, they would never be able to touch the Cleveland Cavaliers ever again. And so they went out searching for Kevin Durant. I think that's what needs to happen again. On Kevin Durant's side, he's frustrated in Brooklyn. Kevin Durant had a lot to say about the Brooklyn Nets. Recently, Kevin Durant came out and said this: when we're all playing like crap, you know the one person they're going to look at. That's why I requested a trade. He's saying they're top heavy. Besides him and Kyrie Irving, nobody else on that team is producing anything. And Kyrie Irving's never there. I mean, Kyrie Irving is suspended. Kyrie Irving is doing something else. Kyrie Irving, he's never there. So he's kind of left on an island by himself. He wants a trade. He wants out of there. He also went on to say this: look at our starting lineup. Edmund Sumner, Royce O'Neal, Joe Harris, Nick Claxton, and me. It's not disrespect, but what are you expecting from that group? You expect us to win because I'm out there. Again, he's saying we're top heavy. Literally, there's nothing for him to work with there. And he wants out. He doesn't want to shoulder that burden, to carry that team on his back. He's in need of something different. I think it's time for him to go back to Golden State, where he was most successful. They need him. He needs them. And when the reports came up of the Warriors inquiring about Kevin Durant, I made a video about it saying that the Warriors actually had the best package to offer to the Brooklyn Nets. Out of everybody in the league right now, the Warriors would be able to offer the best package to the Brooklyn Nets. They could give up Jonathan Kuminga, James Wiseman, maybe even Andrew Wiggins for Kevin Durant. And Warriors are going to offload Draymond Green. Draymond Green won't be there. That was one of the reasons Kevin Durant left the Warriors. Why? Because they had that fight, they had that rift. Draymond Green called Kevin Durant the B word. Kevin felt very disrespected and he had to leave. From what I see right now, Draymond Green's not going to be with the Golden State Warriors next year. Why? Because they just paid Andrew Wiggins, they just paid Jordan Poole, they don't have enough money to pay Draymond Green, and I think they don't even want him there. Because I think they deliberately leaked the video of him punching Jordan Poole so they could have leverage over him and saying, well, look what you are to the team. I mean, you're not what you were a few years ago, and you're fighting against our teammates. You're fighting the future of our franchise. We can't really hold you. Draymond Green is going to be gone. Bring back Kevin Durant. Have the Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson trio with Jordan Poole. Who's stopping them? Yeah, they're old. Kevin Durant's still averaging 30 plus points. Stephen Curry is carrying the Warriors. He's averaging like 25 plus points. That's what the Warriors need to do. I think the Warriors need to make that trade because something has to give. If the Warriors don't do anything, they're stuck because they don't have any help coming. It's not like anybody's injured that they're waiting for them to come back. I mean, they lost to a Chris Paul-less Suns. Chris Paul did not play, and his Suns wiped the floor with them. And last time, they did the exact same thing. The Warriors have played the Suns 2 times this year, and the Suns have wiped the floor with the Warriors. Something has to change. And not to mention all the other teams that are in our conference. The Nuggets are really good. But yeah, those are just my thoughts. That's my take, my hot take on the Golden State Warriors. What they need to do in order to get back to the top, in order to compete for a championship this year. Those are just my thoughts. If you like this kind of content, then this is a channel for you. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. And until next time, kids.